Good morning. Happy Monday. It is November 20th, and we are here for Marketing Monday today. I have a super special guest who's here with us, Shirley Davis, who adores me enough to say yes when I ask her to do me favors. Um, we're going to talk a little bit about vendor events together. And then after that, we're going to talk a little bit about some marketing techniques and ways to maximize some holiday sales this week before Thanksgiving rolls around and then the madness ensues. So let me get my slides up real quick and we will, because I want to share a photo of, why can't I share my screen? What is happening? All right, there it is. You guys, I am discombobulated today, so you will forgive me, please. There it is. Let's go. All right. So it is Monday. It's a new week. We have a new start. We have new goals. And I am super duper excited to have my special guest, Miss Shirley, here with us to talk about tabletops, vendor events, and all of that in between. So first, let me get you pulled up so I can see you, Miss Shirley.
You can't see me?
I can't see you, but I bet everybody else can. I just can't. All right, there you are in my screen. All right, so let's talk about these vendor events that you're getting up to. I heard you just told me that you had one this weekend. So tell us a little bit about that. This is your table you just sent me.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the space, about who comes, how many people you see, and what you guys get done there.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good to see your smiling, beautiful faces. Yeah, this is an event that I found about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's a psychic holistic fair, and it's quite expensive. So we share the cost. I don't do this. We don't do events like this by ourselves. As you know, we're the Rejoice District, and we rejoice in doing things. And so we have a team, and I was the lead on the team because I had to go to set up. I know the people that runs the event, and so I know what I had to do. I had to be there on time because that's one thing that they believe in, setting up on time, and you cannot leave until it's time to go. I've gotten scolded about that because I said, okay, I'm getting ready to go. And they said, you cannot leave. So it taught me that I couldn't leave until the fat lady sang. But anyway, at this event, we get a variety of people that comes in. Some people know about Jafra. Some hasn't heard anything about it. Some people walk by you like you're not there. So sometimes what I do, I stand up and I say, hello, how are you? Or play with the baby or the dog or whoever. And then I start a conversation if they haven't heard about Jafra. I introduce myself to them, and I tell them how long the company has been in existence, and I tell them that that's longevity. That says something about a company that is still in business, even going through the recession and the pandemic, and we're still going strong. So that's one thing that I stress. And then I tell them about the company itself, how long Jafra's been around. Sometimes I'll tell them who founded Jafra. They'll ask me where the name come from. I give them the Jan and Frank story, and I tell them about how they founded this cosmetic company, the skincare, with skincare, and our premier product is Royal Jelly. I don't care what's on the table. I talk about Royal Jelly. And I tell them, I said, that's my American Express card. I don't leave home without it. I apply royal jelly every day. I use royal jelly all over my body. If I have a mosquito bite, if I get a burn, if I get a cut, I apply royal jelly. Yes.
On
Close
a
your mouth.
mosquito bite for real?
Mosquito bites, bug, all kind of bites. Because now, see, now I got to give you the royal jelly pitch.
I mean, you should, because I can always learn. You have so much experience and I have none. Tell me everything.
Okay. The bees, the raw jelly is made. The bees make raw jelly. The worker bee feeds the queen bee. She lives longer. She's healthier. The worker bee die off, but the queen bee, she keeps going. And I explained to them that the way the raw jelly is produced, it has everything that we need to nourish our skin and moisturize and to heal. And then I whip out my little spatula and I go to the body complex. I let them smell it. Smell this. Oh, that smells wonderful. Roll up one of your sleeves. Put this on your elbow. They start with that. That's how I get them. They said, oh, I love that. Then I'll tell them, I say, as you see, we carry a full line of products, skincare, body care. We even have something for babies. And they said, for babies, yes, we have something for babies. So, and then I'll tell them our most popular product is royal almond oil. What's so special about it? I lift up the bottle and I tell them it has vitamin E. So
When
that's
when I have a question, when folks walk in front of your table and they're like not giving you the time of day, what are some techniques that you use to draw them in? I know that you had mentioned talking to the babies and talking to the puppies and talking to everybody who's alive with a pulse who walks by you. What are some other ways to bring them to you at the table?
so what I tell them. I'll point to my display. I'll tell them that the body works are on this side. All of these are samples you can smell. Then I tell them about the fragrances on the other side. Then I have my lipstick testers in the middle,
Yeah,
and
let me
I
pull
give
that
them
up
a
so that I can
choice.
see. There
Yeah,
you go. There you
yeah.
go. Carry on.
So we, and I also when I get to the body care with our samples, I'll say let me give you a hand treatment. Let me soften your hands. This is wintertime. Your skin is dry. Let me soften your hands. Then I give them a choice. I'll tell you have 3 or 4 fragrances you can choose from, and I let them decide. Guess what they choose?
Every time.
Uh-huh.
Royal almond every time.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love it.
So I said, since you like that, I said I'm gonna put I introduced them to ginger sea salt body scrub. I said, this is what I use. I just want to put a dab in your hand, and then I apply a little shower gel, and I tell them to rub your hands real good. One lady rubbed so hard, I mean, she was rubbing forever. And I told her, I said, make sure you get your cuticles. You have to, oh, yes, I have to get my cuticles rubbed real good now. And then I bring them to the water and I rinse them off and give them a towel. Give them a paper towel and let them dry their hands. And before they get through, they're saying, oh, my hands feel so good. And then I tell them, I said, imagine that all over your body. Oh, yes, I think I want this. I think I like that. So when I say, and then since it's the wintertime, I offer the oil to show them, and then they'll start rubbing and then rub all up their arms, and so that's how I do that part of it. Now the other part is the lipsticks. I explained to them that what is a tester and what is not a tester. I have something that they can use, a little swab they could use. If they want to put it on their lips, they can put, and the lip stain, one lady wanted the lip stain, and so I let her, I got an adapter, a tester. She liked that color. I let her try it. She tried it on her the back of her hand. And then I told her, I said, then she put some on her lips. I said, you know that's not coming off, right?
You're stuck now, ma'am.
And she says, I like that color. I want this color. So
Good, because it's on your lips now. I love it.
yes.
Do you always have testers of lip? Do you always have testers of body care? And if you don't have a tester, how do you steer someone toward a sale in a space like this?
No, we always have
You
testers.
always have the testers,
I
right?
always have testers, and I always have samples to give.
Do you have
I
a, go ahead.
oh I was just saying, I on my way out I had one sample left. I gave it to a vendor. You know,
You're
when
like,
you
here
give
you go.
somebody something, they really appreciate you.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody else is not all they're giving out is cards, business cards. I'm giving out samples, even if they don't stop. I'll give them a sample. Here, take this with you.
Oh, I love that.
And here's my business card.
Do you have a way that you're collecting any information at these
Yes, I
tables
do.
when you meet people? What do you do for that?
The little yellow piece in the middle,
Uh-huh.
that's a little notepad thing
Hmm.
that Bonnie made up for me.
He's the best.
Because I had some old ones that said Jaffa 50. And so she made these new ones up. They're little cards. I cut them up, and there's an ink pen right there. I get their contact information.
Perfect. What do you do once you have that contact information? What do you do with it?
I call them back and find out do what do you want to do, or do you want to order? How was your hand treatment, or how was the product that you purchased? Do you
I
have
love
any questions? I let them know that our products are guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, give me a call. Let me know. We can replace it or you can get your money back.
I love that. Do you find as a team that you make a lot of physical sales at the table, or do we make them later in the follow-up?
Uh, it depends. Basically, we do, if you come to our table, 9 times out of 10, you're going to do something. You're going to give up your information. You're going to buy something, or you know somebody that used to sell. You're going to do something.
Yeah, y'all are
And,
impossible to say no to. So,
and let me tell you, I want to give you a perfect example. When Mentori came in, Beverly left. I came. And they said, "Oh, you guys work as." I said, "We're a team. We work together." So when Mentori came in, it was two ladies. I had been eyeing them. They had been walking around and looking, and then one of them complimented Mentori on her coat. Mentori went in for the kill.
of
After
course
they,
you did.
I'm not remembering if they got a hand treatment or not, but that they probably did. But they went to the fragrances.
Oh, interesting.
They went to the fragrances and she was showing them different ones. And
I'll tell you what happened, Shirley. I'm sorry, I'm with my mom. She just flew in from Atlanta, and we're in the car going into the credit union.
Hey,
But
Miss Mentori.
hi there, everybody. What happened was, it was my turn to work, so I came in. Yes, it was Sunday. Yes, I had on my fur coat. Yes, it's cold now. So I grabbed my fur
I
jacket.
know, right?
It's cold. It turned cold all of a sudden. And I didn't have on a long full length. I had on my short jacket. So yes, they complimented me on my jacket. I don't even remember that part, Shirley, but anyway, we started talking. And so what happened was, um I said, well, since you never heard of Jaffer before, let me kind of share with you what's on the table. from one end to the other. So I kind of started at the one end where the hand treatment were. And I always pick up the sea salt body scrub, because when you let people smell that and say, this is a ginger sea salt body scrub, everybody loves that scent. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
who you talk to, and I let them smell it. So I put it down. She actually picked up the spatula and put a dab in her hand. I said, well, you know what? Let me go on and finish your hand treatment since you're getting started without
Oh,
me. That's what happened, Shirley. And so I said, and her
that's what
friend
happened.
with her, yeah, she put the dab in her hand. I said, oh, wait a minute. Let me just go ahead and give you the works. So I said, we do this together. We do everybody, if it was a team of 5 of them, we do an assembly line. Give everybody a dab of shower gel and a dab of sea salt body scrub. And then we tell them to start to put their hands together and rub, and not too hard, and take time, enjoy it, and rub it on both sides. So that's how it started. But in my conversation with her, I asked her what's her name. One was Carol, and the other one's Dominique. And so we started. I said, well, while you're here, you're gonna get the opportunity to smell the other fragrances now, because we have different fragrances. If you like something milder, we have ginger sea salt, body scrub, and things like that. So what happened in the conversation, she was looking down at the table, and I overheard her say, oh, I really like fragrances too, because she saw that at the other end. People will gravitate through color first. So we have that in the center. That brings them to our table. But in the conversation, I finished a hand treatment and did not go to the fragrance, and she fell in love with our fragrances. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how we got, because it pays to listen to people, listen in the conversation, and find out who they are, why they're here, and what they're doing, and why. And so the hand treatment serves more than one purpose. Not only am I pampering them and they're ooh and ah, but I'm listening and having a conversation with them and get them to talk. I always ask people, hey, why are you here? What's going on? I like to know who they are and what they do, and what they do for a living, and what do you do for fun. I get all that in, and people start talking.
Yeah.
I
So that's how
love
that went.
that. I
Yeah.
love
And
that one little thing that you overhear could be the ticket. I love that.
oh yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for chiming in, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Didn't I
And you
tell
see
you
our
we were a
beautiful
team?
table?
Yes.
Jackie, I told you we were a team, okay?
Oh my goodness.
That's what we do. We're a team.
I love it. I love it, my girlies. I have some more questions about your table because I see some prepackaged gifts that you put together on the table. Can you tell
Mhm.
me a little bit about that and how you make the choices of what to put together?
What's on sale? What we sell a lot is raw almond.
Yeah.
So we decided to bundle them
Do you
with the sea salt or without the sea salt.
do you find that people will gravitate more towards something that's already made and looks complete, or do you find that they like to put together their own thing? What's the takeaway there?
Mm. We sell bundles
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
raw almond, whatever body works. We even have the foot care uh, on the right hand side. That's a
Mhm.
bundle.
Oh, I see
So
it there. Okay, perfect.
yeah, we bundle everything, and then uh, the little white thing in the middle is something that I was just fooling around with the raw jelly because it had, it matched my tray. So the only thing basically that I sell single is a lipstick, and then I'll give them a deal on them to make them spend more money. I let them know that you can get this one for this amount, or you can get three for this amount.
What is, and if you
So
don't
I
know,
I try
go ahead, sorry.
I try not to let them buy just when it's a one item thing. I always tack other things to it to let them know that you can get this for if you now you can pay for this price, but if you pay this price, you'll get more.
Do you find, and if you don't know off the top of your head, I forgive you, what is the average amount of money that somebody's going to spend with you at your table?
Oh boy, it depends. sometimes at some events, like when we do outdoor events, like in it's more people and they're family oriented, you can make about $300 or $400 in one sale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
only ask because I think sometimes folks at vendor tables see it as one-offs. Like when they're setting up, they're like, okay, I have this many royal almonds to sell and this many hand creams to sell. And if I sell those, awesome. But I know that when you put together bundles, you raise your average dollar sale and you get essentially paid more for work that day, right? So
exactly.
so how, and I don't know, this might just be the secret of your charm. How do you raise that average dollar sale for each of those people that comes in? How do you upsell to them?
Well, I let them know, like if it's a couple, I include him. I let
Love that.
him know that we have something for him as well.
Love that.
So, I love men customers. They whip the card out and they say, here, you know, I want it. Then if it's a family, you got kids, you have kids. We have things for children. We have things for babies. We just did an event at Clark Park, Mentori and Pat and I, and it was about kids. And I went around to talk to this young lady. She wanted a baby set. The guy whipped the money out and gave it to me and said, give her what she wants.
Oh, be still my heart.
She's trying to say, she's trying to say, oh, I'll get it later. I said, lady, this man that gave me this money. You gonna buy something. So
She's like, yes, ma'am.
and then the killing part about it, that wasn't even my baby set. That was Mentori's baby set.
It's gotta go. It's
Yes,
gotta
it
walk.
was. Because we had that in
She
bundles
wait with
also.
that money.
Yeah, it was my baby set. But you know what? What happens, Shirley, when she says the average sale, just like the ladies that we saw yesterday, we put it in.
Mhm.
They wanted fragrance. We even bundled that because you always get a deal by explaining them the value of one item. So we know you're gonna love this. You want the raw almond is $27. You want this is so and so. Sea salt is 33, but you get a bundle for 65.
Bundle.
We bundle our products for $65 and they buy it every time once you explain what it costs to buy one item. So
Yeah.
that's so why they always buy bundles.
So
You
the
gotta show
couple
the value. I
yesterday,
love it.
Mm-hmm.
they Mentori bundled it for one got both of them got two products. So
Mm-hmm.
and they were happy.
I love it. Ladies, so what do you do when someone comes up and they love everything and they're seeing the value? Do you ever, and there's no wrong answer, do you ever try to convert them from a customer to a consultant? And if so, what does that look like?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, sure.
All, all the time.
Of course. What
You
does
know,
that look like for them?
like Mentori said, the first thing you want to do is ask them, what do you do for a living? Sometimes if you start talking, they'll talk long enough, they'll tell you. That, like the janitor came up and said, I do Uber and I'm looking for a side gig. I didn't even have to ask. She told me. So I followed back up with her yesterday and I'm going to give her a call today.
Perfect. What will you say when you call her?
Uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna tell her about the company. I'm gonna talk more about the company, and I'm gonna put the emphasis on her,
Right.
what it would look like for her to have a business, a side hustle, along with driving for Lyft. What Jaffa can do for your income, your your bottom line. You can do both. You can have books and samples and give them samples. And sometimes, I guess driving, if you're a good driver, they'll request you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm gonna just find out more about her, about what I know what she does for a living. So and what you want to do with Jafra. How can I incorporate Jafra into her life? I'm going to show her the money. I'm going to show her not just selling the products. I'm going to introduce her to the real money.
Say more about
I tell
that.
people,
Keep going.
I tell people, when my manager sponsored me, she told me she had got a paycheck, and my ears rang like a bell. So I'm going to, talk more about the compensation plan, how much money she can make, how much money do you want to make? Do you have a bill you want to get paid? So yeah, that's the conversation I'm going to have, follow up with her.
I love that so much. And here, quick coach question. When are you going to call her so I can check in with you?
I'm going to make my calls today. I was in the basement on my other computer, and that one doesn't have a sound. I don't know what's wrong with the sound. And I'm doing my laundry and working. When I go in the basement, I actually work. When I'm up here, it's TV and music. But in the basement, I actually do some work.
Oh, I love it so much, Miss Shirley. You are a dream. I'm going to check the chat really quick because I know that there are some questions. Shafika would like to know what samples that you give out at your table.
Raw almond, ginger, olive, what I sell. We get these little bottles. I just put a dab in it, put in what is it? What kind of bag we use, Victoria? I'm tired tongue here.
The little
organza bag. Yes,
oh,
that and a sample. And Mentori got us putting pieces of candy in there too.
Because life is sweet, and it's sweeter when you're eating.
Yes. She got us putting a piece of candy in there. So they're not only getting a sample of the almond, they're going to get a fragrance thing as well. Mm-hmm. That we get. We put those 2 or 3 of those in there. And then I'll give them that, and then I'll hand them my business card.
I love it. Do you feel like, excuse me, you sell a lot of royal almond and olive and sea salt scrub because you sample it, or do you feel like you sample that because you love it? I'm trying to think which came first, the chicken or the egg, right?
I think the egg came first. I don't know. But anyway, I love the ginger sea salt. Yeah. First of all, you have to love what you do. If you don't, you're not going to be, right. It's just like I hate going to this job, but I love my job. So I love the ginger sea salt body scrub, and I use the royal almond because I tell them, I said, I have customers, I think they're drinking this stuff for real. They love it. And this time, now that the weather has changed in Michigan, we cannot go outside in short sleeves.
I know, she cold. All right.
It's cold.
So, it's cold here too.
Yeah. So, and I let them know that you have dry skin, you need this. And I'm getting ready to give somebody something for their crepey skin. They have crepey skin too. They need all of that. People need that. So I sell what I love, and I try to find out what their needs are, what they want, what problem they want to solve with their skincare or their body or feet or baby or kid.
You just want to be there to solve their problem.
Yes.
Right? I love it. Cheryl would like to know, do you do cash and carry or do you order and deliver? What's that system?
We do no. I'm not delivering anything. No, I do cash and carry. I tell them I have books as well. I said that it might be in this book, but it might not be in the next book. So I would advise you to go to my website. I'm directing everybody to my website. You can, one lady walked by, she says, I'm not good at cards. She took a picture of the card. and I do better with that. So I'm directing everyone to my website for as far as the delivery. If they're not that far from me, of course I'll deliver. But I told them it's just like Amazon, and if you got Amazon Prime, it'll come in 2 days. Okay. So,
Right.
but anyway,
Do we have
but yeah,
any
I
more
let them know that.
questions? Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
No, I let them know that they could get it from me now, or if it's on in the this month's sales, you can order it online. But if not, you call me and I'll let you know when it's on sale.
I love that. I love the personalized service. And I love that. I mean, I'm sure you don't remember every single person that you talk to, but you make them feel like you do. And I think that's
Mhm.
pretty magical.
Yeah. So what we do too, so mentoring, our
Uh-oh.
leader may tell us take a picture
Mhm.
with the person that you're talking to, so
Smart.
that when you call them back, you'll know who you're talking to.
That's really smart. I love that. Cheryl has
Yeah.
another question. How many bundles do you take with you to sell? How much product do you take with you to your vendor events?
It depends on the event,
Hmm.
because when we now if I was by myself, I would take about 5 or 6 bundles with different ones, but with being with the crew, I don't have to do all of that, because we 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 service each other as well. If I don't have something, Mentori might have it, and I'll replace her products, or Rhonda might. And so, yeah, we take, it depends on the event. If we're doing a huge outdoor event, then we're going to bring a lot of things because we're expecting a lot of people.
Hmm.
But when it's indoors and sometime in a new venue, you don't know what to expect, so you keep the things in the car.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. When you're bundling on the fly, like do you take some extra like bags or extra wrapping with you to sort of bundle on the fly so that you can provide gifts that you need to provide there? Or is it like once it's out, it's out?
That's it. You know, like when we were in Chicago, we had to do that because it was a huge event.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to. Sometimes we had to. Rhonda, you got this. Mentor, you got that. We need that. So we have to do something like that for if someone comes up and they want something specific that's not on the table, that we can offer that service. Yes, we'll bundle on the fly.
I love that. Do y'all do a drawing at your table? Any kind of door prize or giveaway?
Mm-mm.
No?
Yeah, you know what? Yes, we do too. What? Yes. I stand corrected. What we started doing at this fair, well, we did this. Mentor and I did this. I don't know where it was. We put a basket together. We got a laundry basket and just threw items in it: bleach, detergent, paper towel, toilet paper, hangers. Wrapped it up in a bow, and if you get a hand treatment, you'll get an entry to win this basket.
I love that.
So we did that this summer at a church event, and we got a lot of people to do hand treatments because they wanted to win that basket. I forgot to put the toilet paper in it too. It's still in my basement.
Shocking.
So when I do another one, I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna make sure I put it in there.
Love the idea of
And
doing
the
like a
lady was,
household giveaway. That's fun.
yeah,
That's
oh
fun.
yeah, something as long as it wasn't Jaffa related. We don't put any Jaffa products in there.
Right. You just do like a household. I
Yeah, so
love it.
that's our giveaway.
Oh, I love
Hmm.
that.
Who doesn't need? paper towel, and I even got some mittens with the. I threw all of that in there. Go to the dollar store, get everything at the dollar store.
Do you happen to have a copy of your drawing slip that you'd be willing to share with the class?
We drawings.
We use raffle
No,
tickets.
Oh, you use the
we do.
raffle ticket?
Raffle tickets.
We
Perfect.
write on the raffle tickets.
Yeah, we get from the dollar store too.
I love it. So easy, much easier. And finally, how do you schedule these events? Like, how do you, if you're all working together, which I love, how do you decide who vets what leads and how do you divvy it up?
How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Uh-huh.
Hold on, I got you. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, it depends on who has the event. What I do a lot of times, Mentor does the same thing. We'll scout around and see what events we can do and who will need to help do the event.
Right.
Yeah, and like if it's an outdoor event that requires a tent, um, Mentori, that's your part.
Okay. Yes. Okay. This is how we decide who's going to work and what type of events because it varies. Because I asked my team who I'd like to know who has a tent and table for outdoor events and who has inventory.
Right.
Because that when we go to book event, I know who I can work with, and who I can send where. And so when we actually have an event, and I'm working at least two people or more of any event. Some requires three, four, five of us to work an event. So I think, Jackie, you asking how do we divvy up our leads? Well, that
Yeah.
varies. We take turns. We respect if you
Mhm.
talk to this person and their family, we know that's your lead, even though we may assist in far as giving a hand treatment and add a little bit to the conversation. But other than that, then we know that's your lead, and any sales from that is your person. And then the next person that comes to the table, it may be my turn to speak to that person, and because we don't let anybody get by if at all possible, especially when we're doing events and a lot of people attend. So we just simply take turns out of respect.
Love it.
Common
I
sense tell you if I'm talking to someone, you take the next one.
I love so much the way that you all work as a team and you're so deeply supportive of each other. I mean, anybody who's watching who doesn't know, Rejoice District is truly a family. So, like, watching you all work together is so awesome. And I love hearing about it. I love hearing about it anytime you'll talk. And I appreciate it so much that you guys came to speak with us today. You're the best.
I didn't know what you wanted me to do, but I'm
Oh,
ready. I was ready. I was
you're
ready.
always ready 100% of the time.
Rhonda teaches us if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Where's Rhonda Codger right now? Come here, girl. Love her.
so, so we have to stay ready.
Always. Constant vigilance. You all are a dream. If you have any more questions for Miss Shirley or Miss Mentori or any of the girls, throw it in the chat box and I'll make sure that it gets to them. But I have a little bit of information to share before we disappear and send you off into your Monday. So big round of applause for our friends who came to talk to us today. I appreciate you all so much. You all have my whole heart all the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's get back to my slides and move the chat box. Boop. All right. So let's talk about, because we just talked about bundling. So let's talk about the sale that came out yesterday, the holiday duo sale. So you have a couple of little duos to play with. And I thought, well, how can we maximize this as sellers? How can we utilize what we have to get what we want, which is sales, right? So let's market the duo deals. How are we going to market the duo deals? And honestly, any other holiday sales that you're leveraging right now, you can create your own duos. You can choose your own adventure, make your own anything you want because this is your business and you can do anything you want with it. Okay. But some ideas that I have. are highlighting some complementary benefits of these duos. So let's go back. For example, the Royal Olive. Why is this better as a pair than standing alone? Why is it better to get the duo together than, say, just the oil on its own? Why is a double nature duo better together than it is separately? Why is the Gold Dynamics duo better together than separately? If you can show and provide the value together, you're going to sell more of it. And that's just the same thing as Miss Shirley was saying about bundling. They need the ginger scrub and they need the oil. And if you're going to get the oil, you might as well get the fragrance that you want. Just keep bundling it together. So showing why these are better as pairs than they are separately is part of our job when we're going to be selling duos and bundles like this. And that leads straight into telling a story. Craft a narrative around the product duo, right? Showcase how they can be used together in a story or a scenario that can help clients envision themselves using it, right? So when I'm thinking about selling, say, let's just take Olive, for example. If I'm looking at the duo, I'm thinking, okay, first I'm going to prep my skin and then I'm going to do the oil treatment. So my skin will be ready to receive all the nutrients, right? If you can craft a story surrounding the use of the product, people will buy in emotionally too. And we want people to shop with their whole chest, right? We want people to shop with their hearts and not always just their minds, right? Which also plays into these are limited edition and limited offering things, right? You can only get this duo for a certain amount of time. So create urgency with your clients to let them know that these are only available for a short time. Easy peasy, right? You want people to be a little bit nervous about missing out. And if you're utilizing the brochure too, this guy goes away. It goes away. Any deals in here go away, and something totally new will be available to you in December. So create urgency with your limited edition or exclusive offer products. So when you're selling and specifically thinking about these duos, emphasize the idea that these product duos are a great gift option, but don't stop there. Show who they would be a great gift option for, right? So if you know somebody's out shopping for their sister or their aunt, right? Maybe Double Nature would be a great option for someone's adorable sister who's constantly changing her vibe, right? Maybe somebody's out there dressed like fully sassy and adorable, and then another day they're just chilling in sweatpants. They have a duality to them. Perhaps this would be a great deal for them. If someone is looking for skincare, you can market it straight for. These are for people with this kind of skin. Fulfill the needs that people have by plugging the products that you have available in to them, if that makes sense. And finally, utilize customer reviews and testimonials. I was doing some research over the weekend about who people believe when they're shopping. And I read this study where if somebody's working with a salesperson at a counter, they are less likely to buy a product. They're more likely to buy a product, excuse me, if someone who's shopping next to them says, "Ooh, that looks good on you." So stores have started putting salespeople on the floor to compliment folks when they're trying things on, to show them, "Ooh, I see you. I see you looking good," right? If you don't have a client testimonial for something, ask a friend, right? I'm sure I would serve a vastly different group of people than Miss Shirley would, right? So if I need a testimonial for someone completely opposite of me in age or someone completely opposite of me in skin texture, I might go talk to a friend and say, hey, do you have any testimonials for super dry skin or for someone who's a little older than me so that I can share what that feels like for them? It is perfectly acceptable to share customer testimonials and client testimonials for products. In fact, I fully encourage it. It's like having a friend with you saying, ooh, I tried that and I loved it. Okay. It leaves proof. If you've ever heard that, it like builds social credibility for your product and for your brand as a place to shop and a place to get the gifts that you need. Does that make sense to anyone? Any questions, comments, concerns about any of those ideas when you're marketing gifts or anything like that? Any thoughts? How would you market the duos? Is there any duo that sticks out for you that says, ooh, I'm going to sell a bunch of that? Don't make me call on you because I can only see 4 faces. So, and everybody regrets turning their camera on. Hey, Miss Patty, do you see a duo you like? She's like, oh, you're really going to call me up? See if she can unmute for me. There she is.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hey, girl.
Oh my gosh. I always gravitate to the skincare. So I'd go with that Gold Dynamics.
Is there a reason? Like, what do you love about it?
The average, my clientele are women over 60 and
Sure.
they love it. So I love because I use it every morning. And somebody gave a great idea where you take the oil and put a couple drops in the Gold Dynamics in the morning. So if it's not as moisturized as you'd like it, put a little bit of that and I forgot what it's called.
Oh, the gel?
No, the oil for the facial oil.
Oh, the Defy
and
oil.
Then, yeah, you just kind of move it all in together and then you just smooth it around your face. It is wonderful. I do that at night too. I'll take royal jelly and put a little bit of the oil mixed with that. And,
that sounds like a testimonial if I ever heard one, like a little Jaffa hack.
And go, oh my gosh, it's so soft, So that's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Anybody else have a duo that they would push in the next couple of days? Anybody? Oh, Cheryl says the gold is great for people who want sunscreen in their moisturizer. True facts. Go ahead, Shafika. I see you being brave.
I think the olive duo is always good because number one, you just don't have the moisturization, you have the exfoliation. So that is definitely what you need. And just let them know that, every 28 days, your skin, rejuvenates new skin cells and you don't want to walk around like the dead man walking with all your dry skin cells on you. So we want to exfoliate and then prepare your skin for that nice moisture here. So
gross. I love it. So let me put you on the spot. So if you're selling that bundle, what language would you use to say, okay, you need to exfoliate and moisturize at the same time? Part B, if you're giving that as a gift, how are you upselling that to someone as a gift?
Because if you want your friends to glow like you're glowing here, yeah. So,
yes.
why have your girlfriends walking around looking dry and crackly hair with dry skin here? All of you can go out and have the same glow together here. So
she says, don't gatekeep. Oh, I love it so much. Thank you. All right, let's go back to the slides. I promise we're almost done. So, okay, quick reminder that we still have the free gifts and exclusives until Wednesday. All right, so is it until Wednesday? Or is it until Thursday? We have it until Thursday. So don't forget, if you're a leader, speak to your teams and remind them, hey, if you already placed your qualifying order, your next order, you're going to get free gifts. Okay. If you're waiting to place an order, don't wait, because you can get a bunch of free stuff with your order. I know that with Black Friday and with Cyber Monday coming up, I know a lot of folks are waiting, and these gifts will disappear. So if these are things that folks like to use, I would encourage them forward. And if you are a VIP, please note that you don't have to do anything extra to get an extra gift, to get a mascara, just by being a VIP and showing up. We love that you keep coming back. So just a reminder, these are only available through Thursday, okay? And finally, this is my last slide, and then we're going to talk, and then I'm going to let you go home or go to your life. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. My 10th grade trigonometry teacher, Mr. Lucas, always told me that, and it stands today, okay? We have days of work coming up, and it is worth it. How are you going to maximize client sales for the last, I think it's like actually 11 days, but 10 days vibed better, for the last 10 days of November? What are you going to do to maximize your personal sponsoring? How are you going to bring new folks into Jafra in this time? And leaders, how are you going to maximize your team sponsoring? How are you going to get your teams making more money? What is your plan for these 11 days? How are you going to take control of Black Friday? We don't have our Black Friday details yet, but when we get them, how are you going to take control of Black Friday to win social sales over other brands? How are you going to keep people from going to Bath and Body Works? How are you going to keep people from shopping with other folks? How are you going to make them come to you? I want you to think about that. I want you to noodle it in the next couple of days, okay? Set a goal to enroll however many folks on Small Business Saturday. Set that goal for you, okay? Creating small business is just as important as supporting small business, and I love to see it. Folks getting out there and creating their own businesses and creating their own streams of income is so much more prevalent today than it has been ever. I mean, buzzwords, gig economy, and all that aside, folks are looking for more in their lives. And this pay plan, this comp plan, is the best thing that I've seen in the direct sales market. 50% ain't no joke, okay? So set a goal with yourself to enroll however many folks that you want to enroll on Small Business Saturday, okay? For Sales Sunday, create your own sales to move items in your stock. Consider it like your house cleaning before the new year, okay? Set a goal for blank number of sales or a sale every hour, whatever it looks like for you, and stick to it. Keep your promises to yourself, okay? Cyber Monday is going to be a blowout on the internet. Don't wait to reach out to your folks, even though we don't have the deals immediately in our hands yet. Reach out to folks and say, hey, keep your eye on me for Cyber Monday. Do I have permission to send you a text or reach out to you for your deals so I can get you your deals in hand? Make yours personal. Make everything personal so that you stand out, because people buy from people. They don't buy from places. They buy into things, right? And then finally, for Giving Tuesday, I love the suggestion of working with a nonprofit that you love and feel committed to donate a portion of your profits or to donate product that people can sponsor, run a promotion with your clients to, get Royal Almond out to women and men in the cancer wards for Christmas. Anything that you feel personally passionate about, share it and see what your clients do with it, because you might be surprised how much it matters to them too. Ask clients, is there any nonprofit that you feel passionate about that I can work with? I love referrals to work with folks to make life better for other people. Okay? Don't be shy when you're asking for help to help others. I know we're always so unwilling to ask for help, but when you're asking, hey, can you give me these ideas or whatever, it's almost always going to be answered with a absolutely. I can tell you where to donate. I can tell you what to do, because folks feel passionate about things just like we do. Yeah. So I was going to take the slide off, but then I kind of want you all to see it. Can I get a couple of volunteers to tell me a little bit how you're going to fill in these blanks for the next coming week? Like, what's one thing that you're going after for the last 10 days of this month? Anybody?
Well,
Jackie.
Oh, anybody?
Okay. While you were talking, I was about to do my Monday's post for a Monday sale. I'm gonna have a house cleaning sale.
Yes,
I like
Queen.
that idea.
Tell me about it.
I like that idea. I got a lot of things that I can clean out that can just go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a house cleaning sale. I'm gonna think about what it's gonna be about. But see, Thursday my family is coming over, so that's gonna be
That's a
house
family
cleaning
day.
sale right there.
I love it.
That's a house cleaning right there. So
you get them, girl.
they already know they don't get Christmas gifts, so it's all Jafra. But anyway,
it's just understood. Cheryl, you were going to talk, I think.
Yeah, I am going to talk, and I apologize for not having the camera on.
That's okay.
But the Community Assistance Center here in Sandy Springs has been near and dear to my heart for a long time. And they operate predominantly with volunteers. So I have lined up doing, excuse me, got something caught in my throat. I've lined up doing some parties, for lack of a better word to say, with their volunteers now through the end of the year, and a percentage of the sales are going to go back to CAC. But I'm going to tag that into a blast through MailChimp, that I'm going to donate a percentage of any web orders or any other individual orders that I get, through the end of the month or whenever I get the email out, to also go to CAC.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, they work to prevent homelessness, which I love.
That's so important, especially in the community. Yeah, I love it so much. Miss Debbie, you got your hand up. What's up, Queen?
Okay, am I unmuted yet?
Yeah, no, I can hear you.
Oh, good. I am having a house cleaning sale, and a friend of mine I'm partnering with, one of my hostesses, she says, well, you can have it here. And we always go to her house for Bible study anyway, so people know where it is, and she's used to having people over. So we're thank you for all the ideas for the bundles, because I love them. We're going to do that, bundling them up and selling those at that. And someone suggested if you buy 4, you get a 5th item free. I think Sarah Hipple gave me that idea. So that's one way to keep it real simple. But we're going to have pampering stations. She's going to do the sink, and we'll have a fragrance bar in one of the bedrooms. And I have several of the consultants on my team who are just closet consultants. They just buy for themselves, but they're coming over because they want to get some gift ideas for themselves and for their families. And maybe they'll even get the bee in their bonnet. They want to do some more. And then finally, next week, I've talked with very fond of the Plymouth Police here. They are fabulous in our town. We just had the America's Hometown Celebration, which was recorded and will be live. It was live, and it'll be on Thanksgiving morning too. I don't think I was working the crowd, so I don't know. I was shaking hands and having fun with the babies, and I couldn't help myself. So maybe for security, they didn't take pictures of me, but that's okay. It's not about me. And it's a great parade. It's all about America and thanking the veterans. And so I thought the police, they are so busy and they're so good. Maybe bring some bundles in that don't sell on from Friday and Saturday. Bring them over there and let them go shopping. And I mean, if they can't be honest at a police station to leave some bundles without taking stuff, well, we're in trouble. So anyway, they can place some orders through me or online, whichever. So that's my plan. I've been talking about it for years, and I just never got my act together to do it. But this year I'm going to do it because I have to get rid of. I mean, you would not believe. I had one lady. She just bought 8 bottles of Royal Almond and Body Oil lotion, and I was able to fulfill it. The jumbos. So
Wow.
yeah. So I've had a lot. I just get it when it's on sale and keep it because I have clients that use that and they buy 3 and 4 at a time. So you want to be ready when they have it. The only thing I'm missing is my Rose Nouveau lipstick. So if anybody has one, let me know. I have one, but I don't know where it was. I saw it 3 days ago, but I want to get this out of my house and into her hands.
That's
So
perfect. I love it.
Yeah. So that's
awesome.
my gig. Thank you.
Thanks, Debbie. Shafika,
You're
your
welcome.
hands up.
Thank all of you.
Yes, I'm gonna reach out to my girlfriends while I'm up here in Massachusetts here, and when I fly home the following weekend after Thanksgiving, I have my Friday, Saturday, and Sunday booked as far as with people coming over as far as to shop. One of the women, she has an organization called Single Parent Achievers. So she does a lot with women who are single parents. So not only is she coming over for her facial, she wants to talk about us partnering together and all new things coming up that she has next year. And let me see, the boutique that I did the customer appreciation last week, the girl that works there, she just called me yesterday. So she belongs to a book club. So she and all the women are in the book club. They just booked coming over for a spa session in December here. So I was excited.
I love that.
Yeah, I've been talking to her about that for a while because when I do the events and when I'm doing the hand massages, I just let them know all the services I provide, not just spa sessions, but anyone you want to gift, any organization you belong to, women's group at a church, if you have a book club or anything like that. So that's where she got the information from. So that's good. So that's
Yay.
good. Yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. Y'all, you are all so clever and crafty today, and I love to hear it.
Yeah, and it is very cold up here in Massachusetts.
Girl, right?
Yeah.
We're all freezing in the Northeast. Send help.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you guys. We went over further than I thought we would today, but it was great conversation. Take your actions for the next 10 days and run with them. You guys, you are unlimited in what you can do in the next 10 days. You just have to plan it, right? And then keep that promise to yourself. And that's it. If you need me, you know where to find me. I'm going to send out this recording and these slides ASAP. And yeah, and let's get to it. Let's get to work, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
friends.
Jackie.
I will see you on the internet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
y'all.
Jackie. Thank you, everyone who shared. It was wonderful.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, so soon. See you soon.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, off you go. Bye.
Bless you.